Hi lads and lassies and welcome back to the last show of the year. What we're going to do is just have a wee look through events that happened, things that changed and how things are going. We started the year with myself, Jim the Viking and Windology, with a few recognisable names in the chat. Let's have a wee look.
Hi lads and lassies, thank you for joining us again for our first Saturday of the new year, and Happy New Year one and all. Kelly Inch, Archer, thank you for
Happy New
joining us.
Year and
Happy New Year.
Well, there you go. The beginning of the year there was only the three of us, and obviously with Kelly Inch and Archer Colin in the chat, who later on joined the show. But throughout the year we've had a number of guests. We've had Stephen Ransom, we've had Sadaku, we've had the Mega Geek. There's been a few popped in and out, but not only have we had guests, we've had people shouting at me in the background. It was that bad that I was trying to tell a joke and my wife chipped in. So have a wee look at the outtake, or clip should I say, that me getting shouted at for telling a joke when it's no realised it's a joke.
I'm horribly bad when it comes to candy. I don't per se have a sweet tooth, but if I open a package, it will be empty in no time whatsoever.
Yeah.
I just don't have the discipline.
I can honestly say I do not have a sweet tooth. It's like, I can honestly stop shouting liar. You never let me finish. My wife. No, I was going to say,
now that's an outtake we need to put on Twitch and stream and run.
Oh, that's
everything.
brilliant.
so
Yeah.
I will finish what I was going to say. I can honestly say I don't have a sweet tooth. I don't have any teeth left after the amount of sweets I eat. Did you hear? Aye, that's my life.
Well, there you go. Getting interrupted trying to tell a joke where I get called out for my perceived telling a fib. I would never tell a fib, especially about sweets. Anyway, apart from the guests and the outtakes and getting shouted at, we've had some really good picks of the week. And it started because I used to go to the charity shop. I would go regularly to the charity shop, pick up a wee bit here and a wee bit there, usually DVDs. And I decided to add it in. And then the guys started actually adding in theirs. And I think the best pick of the week came from Jim the Viking. So I'll pass you over to Jim, or the clip of us, and with Jim showing his pick of the week. And here you go.
Windology on. Because you have your Wolfman.
Uh-huh.
She has her Nosferatu.
Yeah.
Yes, sorry guys, I don't have a proper setup studio, but because you guys just dropped off the earth, I needed to get a friend.
Oh, Flash Gordon's alive.
And it is a full-size, proper, I can change and articulate things in 36.
A Flash Action Man. That looks absolutely amazing. Love the sword as well. What you need is a what do you call him? Birdman, Hawkman.
Sultan. But
Sultan.
because I needed to get a friend, obviously I needed to get my
That
friend
is super
a friend.
real. It looks amazing.
So in order to get my friend a friend,
Oh, Magnificent, superb. Those are absolutely stunning. That is just amazing. The material and everything just looks so cool. The red velvet, that looks amazing. I love the Ming, and I definitely love the Flash. That's a great movie as well.
Yep.
I'm just trying to remember who plays the Hawkman.
And is Brian Blessed.
Brian Blessed, as in the king from Blackadder, #1.
Yep. And these are not
Wow.
cheap stuff.
Oh
It's
God,
literally
no!
what I
You can
spent
see
my
by the
year
quality.
bonus on.
You can see by the quality of the figures. You know, they're not cheap. No, God, no. They are absolutely stunning. What's the third one that's available? Is it Flash? It's another Flash. I thought they would have had Dale or the Hawkman is the third one.
So the Flash one is a specific version of Flash. It's
It's on the back. You've got the 3 pictures on the back. So you've got Flash Gordon. You've got both Flash Gordons. and you've
the
got
one
Ming.
I have is Savior of the Universe.
Yes, you got
and
Flash. Savior of the Universe.
you can get King of the Impossible as well.
I think you
So-
got the right two. But that's what I'm saying. The third one, you would have thought they would have maybe put a Dale Arden or a Hawkman or something like that rather than 2 Flashes, because the Flash you've got must be the hands down the favourite one that everybody goes for.
Yeah, it is
Those
just
are
so
absolutely amazing.
so much of the extra materials you got.
Yes,
It is
that's
so
why I
many.
brought a tin. That's why I brought my tin.
It's
why-
not gonna look too good, but you can see you have different hands you can
Yeah.
replace with, so you can do different grips.
Right, Jim,
You
just going to
have-
pop in. That's why I brought that. That's why I dug that out. That's why I dug that out. Just so, look, in there is all the heads,
Yeah.
bits and pieces for the Wolfman. And I'm going to actually put the exact same reason I'm going to put when I do my Ash the Evil Dead. I'm going to pop them up. But those are absolutely stunning. So
Yep.
yeah.
I'm really pleased with them. And you can change the way they stand.
Yeah.
Just trying to make it good in front of the camera. So
Those are absolutely stunning. I love the Ming, and I love that sword, Flash's sword. Just that is just perfect.
yeah,
The 2 figures. Look at the
Ming
details.
comes with a sword as well.
Look
He
at
has
the
a sword, but
detail
I
on it.
decided the goblet.
The glass.
Yeah, the goblet.
Yeah, you don't want Ming to actually. He doesn't fight. He's
No,
Ming the Merciless.
he
He's got
doesn't.
minions to do that for him. He just sits back with a goblet of wine and
But if I'm gonna go,
look
if you
at the
look at the
detail on them.
facial features, Ming looks far better.
Yep. Brian, Emperor
But it's just
Augustus, blessed.
because I met Sam and he's a little bit more meaty.
Yeah.
He's a very much more bulky, so he should be
Yeah.
basically like yay tall against Max von Zero.
Definitely. That just looks, the figures look absolutely stunning. See the detail on them. Wow. Wow. That's all I can say. They're absolutely stunning.
Now they're not figures. That was the Big Chief, Ming the Merciless, and Flash Gordon. They just look, every time he brings them onto screen, they're just absolutely superb. I can't wait for my Big Chief stuff to come through, and it was because I saw those, the quality of them, that I decided, yep, I'm definitely going for it. I had my eye on Big Chief stuff for a while, but seeing those figures made me realise that I wanted Big Chief stuff. Those were beautiful figures. We've all picked up some stuff. I went to the Comic Con and I picked up 1 or 2 wee bits, and my favourite from that I'm just going to show next was a magazine from my childhood.
I need to tidy them up. However, when I was at the Comic Con, I picked up a couple of books. I picked up this one, which was a new one, Dick Turpin and the Vengeful Shade. I
That
actually
looks
quite enjoyed it.
that looks really
The
cool.
artwork in it is amazing. The story is actually really good. I think it could have actually added a couple extra pages to give a wee bit more backstory to it, but it's not as if it was confusing. I just thought they just rushed a wee bit when you find out who the vengeful spirit is. I think that part was just a couple of extra pages of a story would have been a wee bit better, but I quite enjoyed it. It was fairly straightforward. It's not as if it was a difficult read and a long read. I got it at the Comic Con. It was just a new artwork, and I quite enjoyed it. Dick Turpin. So I thought, what to try and get reading again, and I picked this one up, which is one of my favourites. And when I saw somebody had actually redone it, I thought, I'm having that. They're not only it wasn't just a copy and enlarged, so this is larger than the normal size. They didn't just take each of the pages and increase the sizes; they redrew them larger. So it was actually somebody had gone through the book and redrew them. Star Blazer. The normal Star Blazer size is that size. This is a Commando comic. That's the normal Star Blazer size. It used to be when I was growing up. As you can see, they didn't just increase the size and photocopy the pages, they redo them. So they did. And I remember this story from when I was growing up. That was one of the ones I loved because I remember the characters on it. So I do, and I saw that, and they've just did this as a see how it goes, and if it's successful, they'll do more. So that's volume 1, 2 stories. Operation Overkill and Jaws of Death, and I enjoyed both of them. Loved Star Blazer. I was a big Commando comic Star Blazer when I was growing up. So when I was in the Comic Con and I saw the Star Blazer, I picked it up.
There you go. They are still one of my favourite comics from my childhood. Obviously things like 2000 AD and such like remain my top pick. But Star Blazer is my top 3. Commandos in there as well. But I was so happy to get them. So as you can imagine, there was a good number of picks of the week throughout the year. Each person having multiple ones. Sometimes for 4 or 5 of us had picks in the same show. But we'll move on to later on in May when Let's Talk Geeky teamed up with FFSI in our first show when we had the guys on.
Hi, boys and girls. Welcome back to Let's Talk Geeky. And apart from Jim, when should be joining us later, we have got Archer Colin and Mr. AWK from the FFSI channel.
Welcome,
So
Hello,
everybody.
I got it right. FFSI. So, what you've been up to, what you've been watching, what you've been doing this week?
There you go. That was the first addition to, or more permanent addition. We'd had guests on and we'd had 1 or 2 of the guys on before, but that was the first time when we had extra permanent members of Let's Talk Geeky, and that was with the FFSI team. After that, we started bringing guys in from across the pond. We brought in, first of all, Roman of the Empire. He joined us.
Hi, boys and girls, lads and lassies, and welcome back to Let's Talk Geeky with a new guest, Roman of the Empire. Hello, Roman.
Woohoo!
Whoa, cheers.
Welcome.
And you've obviously got the rest of the usual crew, Windology, Jim the Viking, Mr. AWK, and Archer Colin. So, the gang's all here with a new one, and is he going to actually survive the crowd? You're with
Two
the
men
UK.
enter, one man leave.
Yes.
There you go. That was the start of the overseas contingent of Let's Talk Geeky, with Roman joining us. What I'm going to do is show you another one of my picks. It was it wasn't from the charity shop. This one was bought from the shop, but I could not resist it was just, could not contain myself. It was just a superb figure. So I'll show you that, and then we'll get back and continue.
So I picked that up and I just thought,
Fantastic.
I want that. That is just so super cool.
Unfortunately, I'm not like to get near home bargains until we start practice again because I go right past one.
Well,
Right.
if you get a chance to, in you go. Home bargains.
Oh,
So
yeah.
that was mine, and that is definitely my
Very nice. Yeah.
So,
So there you go. That was my wee Kirk, wee figurine that I got from Home Bargains. But anyway, what we're going to do is talk about getting the strike. Well, it wasn't a strike. Midstream, our stream got cut due to someone suggesting a video that we hadn't vetted. My fault. Hadn't vetted it. But in good leadership manner, I blamed somebody else and they suffered the consequences. So, sorry, Alec.
Due to Wednesday night's movie and TV being cut short this week, thanks to Mr. AWK suggesting a clip about pandas, this week's recording of Let's Talk Geeky will not feature Mr. AWK as a guest, as he will be replaced by a panda.
hello, boys and girls, lads and lassies, and pandas.
And the funny thing is, in the same stream where we penalised Alec, we actually introduced our second guy from the States, Stephen Ransom.
So, hi, guys and girls, lads and lassies, welcome back. We have a new face, Stephen Ransom. Hello, Stephen.
How are you, PJ? Thank you for having me on. It's a pleasure.
No problem.
Gentlemen, Roman.
Why is it gentleman and Roman? Why has it got to be like that? I thought you were on my side in this thing. Clearly, I'm not.
I'm just trying to be polite to those across the pond. You know, it's
Yes. Foreigners are actually welcome.
Roman and I are practically neighbors.
And pandas. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, he's just up the road in the other bad part of Southern California, which is all of Southern California, by the way.
So there you go. That was us almost to a full compliment from across the board. We've just got one other person to add in, which we'll mention later on. But other things happened. Jim and I were constantly at each other's throat. People thought we were falling out all the time when nothing could be further from the truth. We would constantly have disagreements about our geekiness. What part of the geekdom did we like better? Spider-Man, obviously. Jim was wrong. He thought Venom, but I'm okay with people being wrong when I'm right. Isn't that right, Jim?
Can we do we've had that. It was just 2 weeks ago. You and me, PJ.
Exactly.
We had an extreme fight.
We had
loving the extreme same thing.
I
just happened to like a different part, and you like the
in
other
all fairness,
part.
I wouldn't have called it an extreme fight. I would have called it a spat.
Yeah. Exactly. But our entire panel, everybody else that was just watching, and they were thinking we were going nuclear.
We are never going to talk again because we disagreed on Spider-Man's Venom.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. That was actually the couple of weeks after the spat. The discussion was too long to actually even put in the clip. It's probably about half an hour, 40 minutes. We were discussing why I was right and Jim was wrong, thinking Venom was a better character. But we'll not start that again. Anyway, we'll look at two other things and then we'll finish up. The first one was Kelly Inch has joined us. She joined us right in the middle of a conversation about Benjamin Franklin, and they were talking about how traditions. I wasn't there that week, and so Kelly joined the week when I was away, and it was a very deep conversation. She stepped right in the middle of and joined in straight away.
mean that those recipes are irrelevant because they're 500 years old? No. We still make apple pie the way we've been always making apple pie.
Exactly, and it is that whole thing. I believe it's been mentioned by a lot of streamers recently. It's tradition is a solution to a problem that we have forgot how to solve.
Right. Right. Which is why Benjamin Franklin insisted on a patent office, was for that very reason, because patents, ideas in America could not be lost, he said. He said they must not be lost, ever.
We have a new panel member. Yay.
Hey, Kelly.
Welcome,
Hello.
Kelly.
Talking about Benjamin Franklin reminds me, apparently, if Benjamin Franklin had his way, we would still be British subjects, but more like Canada.
Well, there you go. You can tell I wasn't on the panel that week because it was too deep. I'm all surface. None of that deep stuff. No. Too brainy. Yeah, I mean, I use my brains just try to keep my hair in place, and look how well that worked. But I'm going to finish up with my figures that I purchased, and it was sort of because of Jim and his Ming the Merciless and Flash Gordon. I started collecting bobbleheads, and I picked up a few bobbleheads, and I'll show those there.
So I picked up this bobblehead.
Oh, Jim is definitely awake. He was just out for a fag.
I picked up this bobblehead. Is that not cool? The Inquisitor from Red Dwarf.
Oh my God! I didn't even recognize that for a minute.
The Inquisitor.
That's
That is looking amazing.
Yep. I also picked up Crichton from Red Dwarf.
Oh, come on.
Cool.
Wait a second. There's a Crichton in Red Dwarf?
There's a Crichton in Red Dwarf.
There's a
Crichton
in Red Dwarf.
I apologize.
This guy immediately from this panel.
Terrible.
Well,
Doesn't know Crichton.
I apologize. I'm going to say it right out front. I'm familiar with Red Dwarf, but I'm not familiar with all of the character names.
Oh my!
It's just that.
Look at
Yeah,
that.
John Crichton is like a major member of the Farscape TV series.
Yes, I have, but this is the Crichton from the.
That is awesome.
And then you've got Lister from Red Dwarf. With,
I love Lister.
How's that?
And you got the polymorph.
I was going to say, is that the polymorph episode? Yeah, because
I'm just waiting for the cat. The cat, please, the cat.
I don't have the cat.
Oh, how useless are you?
But
he's on no. Oh no!
Oh, he'll save every one of us.
I'm not flashing my Ming again. I'm not flashing my Ming again.
You know you want to.
That's okay, Jim. You don't need to.
There he is.
I just
get your dirty paws off my damn dirty monkey Ming.
I couldn't.
Oh wow!
But I picked them.
That is a trip.
These were the two I was looking to get, and it took me a few weeks. And these ones I got a chance of as well. So
I'm not gonna lie, I'm not a fan of bobbleheads, but I have to admit those are pretty cool. Those are pretty cool.
I started bobbleheads with one figure that my daughter got me.
Yeah, I remember you saying you
Tom.
Yeah.
Then I managed to pick up the Battlestar Galactica Apollo as a bobblehead. I got a couple of Daleks bobblehead, and then I just basically went over the top with bobbleheads. I've got a Sheik when I was over in Dubai. I picked that up. I've got 4 Laurel and Hardy. I've got 4 from Dad's Army, and I've got 2 from Only Fools and Horses. Different sizes, and I picked up these ones. So my bobblehead collection's coming on well.
Yeah, that Ming one is definitely. He looks like he's snorted a lot of cocaine or something.
Just the fact that he's standing like that.
Yeah.
It's basically just cool.
Get
That
your
is-
hands off my Ming.
So there you go. It was quite an eventful year. We've expanded our panel. We've had people from the States. We've had guests. We've had a few really good picks of the week. And with the year coming to a close, I can only hope next year's as good as this year was. So from myself and the guys at Let's Talk Geeky, have a happy new year and all the best in 2023. And remember, I'm not old, I'm classic. PJ Maybe, out.
Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy